Page 77, Evening Song. On page 76, they're talking about an interval of a seventh. Actually, I do a seventh by thinking about an eighth, which is an octave, and then I just go down one. It's a lot easier than counting up to 7, and believe me, I'll take the easy route any day. They sound weird, but yeah, okay, we need them. So there they are, you got them, big deal. Evening Song. At the bottom of the page, they're talking about repeat signs. Isn't that lovely of them? Since we've only been using repeat signs in this book for ages already, and now they're finally talking about them. So you already know how repeat signs work, right? There's one on the second line, and it bounces you back to the beginning, except there's a reverse repeat sign, and if there's a reverse repeat sign, that intercepts it. So you don't go to the beginning, you go to the last reverse repeat sign, because you can have more than one. Yeah. So we're going to do the first couple of lines, most of them, not the whole lines, most of them twice, and then go down and finish it. Other than that, there's not really a whole lot going on. I'm sure they're doing this so you can have an interval of a seventh someplace. As far as the fingering goes, there's no big deal on fingering. You can do that. It shows you at the beginning, and you can take it from there. On the third line in the right hand, you have these chords. You start with a seventh. Now, depending on how much you're struggling, all right, I would recommend a fingering here on that third line for the right hand of a 1-5 for the first one, for the half note, for the first half note, and then 1-5 for the next one, and then on the next measure 1-4, and then 1-5, and keep that 1-4, 1-5 pattern going. So the next one is 1-4, and then 1-5, and then 1-4. That's very common in this type of thing. It follows type thing. Better than playing 1-5 all the time. One little fingering thing you want to watch out for in the right hand. There's a little trickiness going on. That is in the third line, the last couple measures. You're coming down from above and you end up with a 1-4 on the half notes. The G and the C is the next to the last measure on the third line. A little trickiness in the fingering on the left hand. It's the second line, it's the last two measures. You're finishing in the left hand the 2 G's with the fifth finger. But then in the last measure, you got to start with the fifth finger. This is assuming you're going on and not repeating. So you may have to practice that one. Now what you could do if you wanted to, there's nothing wrong with it, is the fingering there, instead of the 5, it's the next to the last measure, you have a 5, that's fine, leave that measure alone, it's the last measure. Instead of putting a 5-3-1, you could, because your hand is down here, you could do a 3-2-1, and then do a 5. This is a very common pattern for that chord, or that arpeggio. So that works too. 3/4 time, I'll give us 2 counts, just 2 counts, and then we'll play this together. I put the metronome on 70 because there are no eighth notes in this. It's all just quarter notes and higher. I think we can handle that. The fermata in the last measure, instead of 2 counts, I will hold it for 4. I'll just double it with the metronome. So, put your hands where they go. The left hand is down here. Right hand is here. Alright. Yeah. Ready, go.